Hello again everyone. Today's video is a makeup tutorial, so if you want to look like this, stay tuned. So I've already applied my moisturiser, which is the simple kind to skin hydrating light moisturiser. I've let that soak in. Next I'm going to apply my primer, which is the Max Factor Facefinity primer. It's quite pricey. It's really good. I've been using it for about a year and a half and I wouldn't change to anything else. So I use about a pump and a bit of this. And then I just smooth it all over my face. While the primer is soaking in, I apply my Carmex lip balm. It's got a little guy on. I think he's out of Snoopy. Special limited edition or something. Next I apply two concealers. I use Collection in the shade Fair for underneath my eyes. And then I use Wake Me Up Rimmel Radiant Fatigue Effect Radiant Glow concealer in Ivory. So this one's slightly darker, so I use this one underneath my eyes and this one on blemishes. And then I blend them in with this little brush. It's actually called a eyeshadow crease brush, but I like to use it just to blend in the concealer. Next up I use my Rimmel Match Perfection foundation in the shade 100 Ivory. This is amazing. I've been using this for about 6 months and I absolutely love it. And to blend that in I use this little, it's called a powder bronzer brush, but it's really tiny. It's the same range as this one. I think they were from Claire's Accessories, because when I was going on holiday I thought they'd be really handy instead of big long handled brushes. I pump one of them onto the back of my hand and then just dab this in and then just keep going in a circular motion and buff it in until it all looks blended nicely. I never put foundation on my nose, especially when I'm wearing my glasses, because through the day it goes all cakey on each side of my nose, so I really avoid putting it on, so it's not a good look. And just swirl it on the jawline just to make sure there's not a harsh tanned, slightly tanned to white neck, but this matches my skin okay, really. Next I powder my face with Rimmel Stay Matte, and this is the shade Peach Glow number 3. I like a matte face and this will help it stay matte throughout the day. And I'm using my Real Techniques Duo Fibre Face Brush. Time for bronzer, and I use the Solar Powder by Soap and Glory. Looks like this. And it's a two-tone bronzer, like that. And I'm using that with the Real Techniques powder brush. It's a big fluffy brush and I just swirl it in and then go to town. I try and use the number 3, the 3E is it? Technique, where you go around the forehead, down the cheek and then under, like that on both sides. Contour section. Next I'm going to put a tiny little bit of blush on. I'm using the Collection in the shade Shocking. It looks like this. This was really cheap, it was around £2, and it's a really nice shocking pink, I guess. It looks like that. It doesn't look too pink when you put it on. And I'll be using that with this W7 brush. It looks much bigger on the camera, but in real life it's not as big. Oh, there's a flag. Anyway, I'll just dab that into there like that. And then I'll do the same, I'll smile and dab it onto the apples. It's quite a subtle pink. Next is eyeshadow, and I'll be using this Naked 2 palette by Urban Decay. I'm going to use shade Verve, which is this one. That one there. And to apply that, I'm just going to use, this is the double-ended brush eyeshadow apply that comes with the palette. I'm going to use this fluffy end to apply Verve, and I'm just going to dab it in like so, and then tap any excess off because you don't want too much, you don't want it to fall down your face. And I'm just going to start on the outside of the eye. Dab it all over the eyelid itself. And then just in the crease, using the same brush because they're similar tones, I'm going to use the colour Suspect, which is this one. Same again, I'll dab my brush in and then I'll just take it into the crease. Just like that. Don't be too scared of eyeshadow. I used to be scared, but there's no right or wrong way of doing it. Just practice makes perfect. This is a really easy, simple technique. I'm not a professional, so if I can do it, you can do it with practice. Next, instead of using an eyeliner pen, I'm going to use the blackout shade, which is just jet black, on the Naked 2 palette, which is this M1. And to apply it as an eyeliner, I've got this slanted Revlon double-ended little brush. These are really tiny, I don't know if you can see them, but I'll use this slanted side to apply a small smudge of black eyeshadow along my eyelash line. So all I'll do is wipe down and then just tap the excess. Because it's on an angle, you can get that angle on your eye, so you can put as much or as little as on as you like. And if you're really not very good at doing eyeliner with a pen or with a brush and the gel, this is a really good technique. You can see that. You could always go over it with eyeliner pen if you wanted to make the colour a little bit sharper, but I'm quite happy with that. And you could also blend it out to make it look just like a shadow, I guess. Before I finish with my eyeshadow, I'm going to use this stumpy end of the Revlon brush, and I'm going to dip it in Suspect, which I used on the outer, and then just put it underneath my bottom lashes. Eyes done. Next up is eyebrows, and I just used the Maybelline Brow Drama, and this is actually in dark brown, although I have blondie hair and my roots are pretty dark at the minute. This is basically a eyebrow mascara, and it's got this little round brush on the end, and then just comb it through the eyebrows. This is really subtle, so it's not going to give you the effect an eye pencil would, an eyebrow pencil. So it's really subtle, and that's why I really like it. If you are a beginner, that eyebrow mascara is a really good place to start. Next is mascara, and I've got the Maybelline Lash Sensational Lash Multiplying Mascara. And this is my favourite mascara of all time at the minute. So I'll just apply this. I put about 2 coats on. I have really long natural eyelashes, so I don't put any false ones on. And to finish with, I am going to use the Maybelline, is it Maybelline? Yes, Maybelline lipstick in the shade 725 Tantalizing Taupe, and it looks like this. It comes with this clear cover, and it's this like nude. And we're done. 30 minutes later and I'm done. And that is the look complete. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and go subscribe, and I'll see you next week for another one. Bye! Finally, how long does it take? My sign is no, my number is no. You need to let it go. You need to let it go. I to the My sign is no, my number is no, number is no. You need to let it go. Need to let it go. Need to put it all away. All away. In my little tiny bag. What bogies? No. Shit. Bloody hell, shut the door. Ugh. It's amazing that all that stuff fits inside this little bag. Well, kind of. This little tiny bag. Tiny. Yeah, I need to go. Bye.